Hey, it's me. We've all heard the phrase, find your true self. When we hear something too often, especially without feeling into it, it can start to lose its meaning. So, in this message, I want to slow things down and really look at what this means. Like, not just in theory, in your lived experience. So, to truly find your real self is to see life through a completely different lens. You start to understand things from the inside out, not in a philosophical, abstract way, in a deeply personal way, through your emotions, your reactions, and the way you experience life moment to moment. One of the hardest parts of this journey is realizing that growth doesn't move in a straight line. Life is a rhythm, a breath. There are peaks and valleys, expansions and contractions. You go up and then you go down. Not because something's wrong, because that's just how transformation works. You can't rise without first descending. And yet, so many of us are afraid of those down curves. We resist them, we fight them, we think something's wrong when we feel low or lost. But what if those very dips are what allow us to rise higher than before? When we fight these natural cycles, we actually are fighting ourselves. We create inner wars, trying to hold on to the highs and avoid the lows. And in doing so, we disconnect from the deeper truth of life, that both the rise and the fall are part of the same sacred breath. Even in something as everyday as moving to a new home, there's grief. We say goodbye to what was, even as we step into what's next. That's death and rebirth. We experience this pattern in every part of life, physically, emotionally, spiritually. When you dip into your inner world, if you carry pain, it will surface, not to harm you, but because it wants to be released. The light can't shine through until we clear what's blocking it. Think of your bad moods, your low days, as the downward breath. Let yourself be with them, not to wallow, to understand. Ask, what did I create here? What is this showing me? The moment you own that your experience is something you've created, even the painful parts, you stop being a victim of life and begin to reclaim your power as a creator. It can be hard to accept that the very things we struggle with, our unmet needs, our hurts, our unfulfilled longings, are not random. They didn't just happen to us. We created them unconsciously. And when we start to see even our suffering as a creative act, it changes everything. Because if we created the pain, that means we can uncreate it. We can create something new. First, we have to stop blaming. Blaming others, blaming life, blaming fate. Every time we do, we cut ourselves off from our own power. We stay stuck in the illusion that we're separate, that what's happening out there has nothing to do with what's in here. Even those of us who know about the power of manifestation or creation often think we need to be perfect before we can tap into it. When the truth is, you're already creating. You've always been creating. Your life right now is the result of that creative force expressing itself through your consciousness, whether you're conscious of it or not. That's why the most important thing you can do is bring what's unconscious into the light. Until you do, your life is shaped by fears, beliefs, and desires you don't even know you carry. Your unconscious mind pulls one way, while your conscious mind pulls another, and you feel stuck, tired, frustrated. The split between your conscious and unconscious is the root of so much pain, and it's not real. It's something you've built. You made parts of yourself unconscious because you thought it was safer. The thing is, those parts still exist. They still create. They still shape your reality. And so the path becomes one of reunion, of remembering what you've forgotten, of dissolving the wall between what you know and what you've buried. And when you do, when that separation fades, you realize something incredible. You were never separate from the universe. You are it. Your mind is not just connected to universal mind. It is the universal mind, expressed in your form. There's no border between human consciousness and divine consciousness, just a veil of unawareness. And when you lift that veil, even for a moment, you feel it, the vastness, the intelligence, the love that you are. Now, to get there, you must also let go of one of the most painful inner splits of all, which is the belief that you must choose between pleasure and goodness. That to be quote unquote good, you must deny yourself joy. That seeking fulfillment makes you selfish. That self-interest and spiritual integrity are opposites. This belief is deeply embedded in many of us. It tells us that if we enjoy life too much, we're bad. That power, pleasure, and desire are dangerous. So we end up living in this quiet tug of war, reaching for joy, then punishing ourselves for wanting it. When the truth is, life is pleasure. Pleasure is the natural flow of life force through you. It's not selfish. It's sacred. And when you deny it, you cut off the very energy that would allow you to be generous, kind, and whole. You don't have to choose between joy and goodness. Real goodness flows from joy. When you know your power, you don't need to control others. When you feel fulfilled, you don't need to take from others. When you stop punishing yourself, you stop hurting others. This is the reunion that awaits you, the remembrance that you can be both powerful and humble, fulfilled and generous, radiant and grounded. That pleasure and goodness are not opposites. They are partners. They rise together in truth. So, my friend, this is the work. To bring light to the hidden parts of you. To see your suffering not as a curse, but as a message. To rediscover the wholeness you've always been. And to remember in your heart that you are the universe waking up to itself. Love you. Connect soon.